Rudolph Speid is adamant that he is not responsible for fans that paid to watch Messi not being granted access to the national stadium, and it seems as though everyone is taking turns to bully Craig Butler and Veer Phoenix, with the latest being Rudolph Speid.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz. I hear like don't know something that Gunnaz may say, but big up Gunnaz.
In this video, I will be talking about the unacceptable news of paying fans that were denied entry to the game featuring Cavalier FC and Inter Miami, and I'll also give you guys my Jamaica Premier League review. If you're new to the channel, I'm Dicanio, an Arsenal fan that covers everything Reggae Boyz and local football. If you find that you enjoy the content here, just remember to go ahead and smash that like button. And also, for the 56.6% of my returning viewers who keep watching the content and are not yet subscribed, just go ahead right now and hit that subscribe button and to join the Gunnaz community. Remember, folks, every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button. Starting off with the shocking news that some fans outside the National Stadium who claimed to have paid for a seat were denied entry to the stadium, not being able to take in any more people. This includes fans who were going to see Messi, but also included a fan who is a die-hearted Cavalier supporter and is at every game, but was not able to be at the biggest game in the club's history.
None of them no come much more than me.
Experience. What was it like inside?
There is no experience, darling. There was no inside. We're still outside.
So you paid a ticket?
We bought our tickets and we're not allowed inside. The fire marshal has said that one gate needed to be closed. Fine. You walk to another entrance, there's no communication. The people are bomb rushing the gates. The people were being beaten by the security guards and they were being forced to stay outside. There were too many people outside that needed to go inside. It makes no sense.
How much did you pay for your ticket?
I don't know. How much we pay for my ticket, Chaniqua? I bought a bleachers ticket this time. I said I was going to support Mr. Cavaliers, and now I'm here and I can't go in. I'm at the stadium every weekend. I'm a sports person, and it is really, really disheartening to see how they're treating the people outside. And I'm telling you, the security guards and the police officers, they only work off instructions, but how they were dealing with the people makes no sense.
You mentioned that they were beating somebody?
Yeah, man, them take out him baton and I beat the people them at the gate and all of that. I wasn't going to go inside. I can't even get in all now and the match is still going on. I'm going back to my car. You know how long people wait in traffic? When it comes to sports in Jamaica, it takes a particular type of person to put on the events. They need to check the people who understand how to put on events to come and do these things. Sporting events is different from music, is different from all of them. You need proper gate management. The exits and the entrance. People want to get in. How do you get the people in is what you need to ask. And they're saying the stadium is full to capacity. Clearly they have not been to Boys and Girls Champs. That is not full to capacity. So managing the people around the stadium and the bleachers is what is important.
It's very horrible. I am upset. I have my ticket that I purchased. I have some persons who haven't purchased any tickets, and it was basically a stampede to get in. They push away the guards and police officers, and when they got through the first barrier, they closed the entrance to the stadium. There's a big steel gate and they closed it. So up to now, I'm here. It's past half time and I've been here over an hour now and still cannot get in.
People, I agree with her on the measures that could have been put in place to avoid all of that confusion and misfortunate set of events. With that said, I disagree with what she said about the stadium being not full to capacity and comparing it to the Boys and Girl Champs. People, Boys and Girl Champs has never been as full as that, in my opinion. I estimated an unofficial attendance to be close to right around 50,000 people in the National Stadium. People were sitting in the wrong seats that they paid for, and everyone was basically just happy to be inside. Some people sat on the floors, some people sat on the steps, and people were just all around the National Stadium who could not sit when there was no more room for sitting on the floor, on the steps, or on regular seats. People were standing all around the stadium, so it was very, very packed and cramped together like a sardine pot. And to be honest, it was a difficult task for the personnel involved. And personally, I predicted that was going to happen, which is why my friends and I were at the stadium from 4 p.m., even though the game was set to begin at 7. We go to every Jamaica game, and it's the same level of confusion that you will reach or that will happen to you when you try to get into bleachers. So we knew that with Messi being at the game, if you get there anytime after those lights turn on, which is right after the sun sets, you will be in for some serious problems as it relates to getting into that national stadium. Now, this is what the Cavalier coach and sporting director Rudolph Speid had to say about what took place.
We employ like over 100 and nearly 200 police.
Right.
We had more 300 security guards,
Yeah.
over 300 security guards we employ.
Yeah.
We employ professional people to scan the tickets, all of those things.
Right.
So all of those things were put. And then probably another 1,000 police came in because they all come to watch a game. Everybody from ADPEM, from Fire Brigade,
Right.
you name all of those
Agencies were represented.
they were all represented in their full numbers.
Right.
So anything go wrong and they coordinate together, it can't be the club.
Speid put the scenario down to one thing.
There was a whole heap of indiscipline by the Jamaicans them. So when you start blame the Jamaicans them first.
However, Speid did give credit to a specific group of personnel for their job during the game.
We did do some things right, you know. We protect the fin field.
Right.
There was no pitch invasion. There was
The
no
security,
threat of
personnel
so
were right around, yes.
Right. So we did do something right.
Meanwhile, efforts to contact General Manager of Independence Park Limited, Major Desmond Brown, for a comment on what transpired proved unsuccessful.
Now, I agree with Mr. Speid that the security inside the stadium was top-notch. However, he completely disregarded the fact that the security outside the stadium was clearly horrific and basically just said that the good had to suffer for the bad. Now, I don't have much information as the IPL have not responded to myself or any of the other major media outlets on the situation. So the only thing I can say is that I hope people made videos, gathered evidence that they did not and could not get into the national stadium so that they could be refunded. But in the future, they really need to get to the stadium early when an event of that magnitude is set to take place. Otherwise, you leave your fate in the hands of a very poorly run system. Now, moving on into the Jamaica Premier League, as there were only 6 matches played in match day 30, as a game between Mount Pleasant and Racing United was postponed due to Mount Pleasant having 5 players called up for the national team, including captain Suley McCullough, Joshua Anglin, goalkeeper Shaquan Davis, centre-back Fitzroy Cummings, and last but not least, right-back Kyle Ming. In other games, Tivoli hosted Waterhouse at the Edward Seaga Sports Complex, where they came from behind twice and took the lead to beat the Jerusalem faithful by 3 goals to 2. Cavalier also beat Dumbo Holding by 1 goal to 0, and the other 3 games on Sunday were crucial in the fight to escape relegation, as Malines United drew 1-1 with Chapelton Maroon. Lion got a win at home against Harbourview, and Portmore United edged Veer United 1-0, with coach Rudolph Austin calling Craig Butler's team a lesser opponent that his team struggled to find motivation to compete against despite their victory.
It's all about motivation also. When you play the big teams, you don't need no motivation. You know, when you play, no disrespect to Veer, when you play the team that below end of the table, is like, I don't know if the players think like we already win the game and stuff like that. So I just think it's a mental thing.
Now, these results mean that Veer Phoenix is now at the foot of the table on 22 points. Chapelton Maroons have fell into the relegation zone on 23 points, while Lion, who are on a wonderful comeback, are on 24 points with a game in hand. So that is another twist in this season's relegation battle. The final match of the game week was between Mobile United and Arnett Gardens, which ended by 2 goals to 2 in a thrilling encounter at Catherine Hall, with Fabian Reed scoring his 100th career goal in that game. That is it for this video, folks. Share your thoughts in the comment section on the various topics that I spoke about today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.